Analysis of variance is one of the most widely used statistical techniques. Genstat has a very powerful set of ANOVA tools that are straightforward and easy to use. When the design is balanced, you can use the Analysis of Variance menu. If the design is unbalanced, by accident or on purpose, Genstat provides several possibilities, including the Linear Regression menu and the Linear Mixed Models menu. But which method should you use if you're unsure which is best for your dataset? The Analysis of Variance by ANOVA Regression or REML menu provides the solution. Genstat examines your dataset, then selects the best method for you automatically. Let's look at an example. From the menu, select File, Open Example Datasets. Type Slate Hall to highlight slatehall.gsh. You can just type the first few characters and Genstat will locate the file. Click Open Data. This experiment was set up to study 25 varieties of wheat and contained 6 replicates. Each replicate comprised 25 plots, one for every variety, laid out in 5x5 arrays. From the menu, select Stats, Analysis of Variance, Analysis of Variance by ANOVA, Regression or REML. Double-click Yield to move this to the Y-variate field. Now double-click Variety to move this to the Treatment Structure field. The blocking structure we'll use is rows crossed with columns within replicates. You can type the formula for the blocking structure directly into this field or use point and click to enter it, selecting operators from this list. Click inside the blocking structure field to give it focus, then double-click Replicates. Type this formula. Now click Run to allow Genstat to select the most appropriate method for analysis. To see the output, move the cursor up to the toolbar and click the Window List button. Select Output, then click Activate. Genstat discovers that the design is balanced, so it uses ANOVA. Now let's look at an example with an unbalanced design. First, we'll clear the previous spreadsheet data from the server. If the window pane isn't displayed on the left, go to the bottom of the screen and click Window. Right-click the spreadsheet and select Close. From the menu, select Data, Clear All Data, then click Yes. Bring the Analysis menu to the front by clicking it in the window pane. Clear the data fields in this menu by clicking the X button. Now we can import our next spreadsheet. From the menu, select File, Open Example Datasets. Type Product to highlight product.gsh, then click Open Data. This spreadsheet contains the results of an experiment to study the effects of 3 factors, A, B and C, on yield Y. The intention was to replicate each treatment combination twice on 2 separate days, but due to time constraints, some treatment combinations were replicated only once per day, making the design unbalanced. The treatment structure we'll use is A crossed with B crossed with C. This indicates that all combinations of the 3 treatments, A, B and C, were used in the experiment. Click the Analysis menu to activate it. Double-click Y to move this to the Y-variate field. In the Treatment Structure field, type this formula. In the Blocking Structure field, type Day. Now click Run. In the Output window, scroll up to see which analysis method Genstat selected. Genstat found that the design is unbalanced with only one random turn, so it uses the regression facilities of Genstat, of which A unbalanced is one. Now let's look at our final example. First, clear the previous spreadsheet data from the server. Right-click the spreadsheet and select Close. From the menu, select Data, clear all data, then click Yes. Bring the analysis menu to the front by clicking it in the window pane. Now clear the data fields by clicking the X button. To import our final example, from the menu, select File, Open Example Datasets. Type var trial to highlight vartrial1.gsh. Then click Open Data. This spreadsheet contains data from a trial of 35 varieties of wheat. The design has 2 replicates, each laid out in a 5x7 plot array. The block structure is rows crossed with columns within replicates. Click the Analysis menu to activate it. Double-click Yield to move this to the Y-variate field. Double-click Variety to move this into the Treatment Structure field. Click inside the Blocking Structure field to give it focus, then double-click Replicate. Type the rest of the formula as shown here. Now click Run to let Genstat select the most appropriate method for analysis. In the output window, scroll up to see which analysis method Genstat selected. Genstat finds that this trial is unbalanced and that it has more than one random term. Genstat therefore analyses the data using REML. This estimates the treatment effects and variance components in a linear mixed model. Like regression, REML can be used to analyse unbalanced data sets, but unlike regression, it can handle more than one source of variation. For balanced data, the REML results are the same as those from ANOVA, but it cannot provide an analysis of variance table. Also, ANOVA's algorithm is much more efficient, so it is better to use ANOVA whenever possible. These examples show you that if you are not sure which method to use, Genstat will choose an appropriate analysis automatically.